So are they also playing the rags that you showed me earlier?
So the rhythm element isn't rag, it's called tal.
Tal.
Yeah, and so tal is like a rhythmic cycle in Hindustani music, similar to a group of measures or a single measure in Western classical music. And each one, just like rag, also have these beautiful sound profiles. You know, there are lower beats, there are higher beats, there are beats that are a little more sharp, beats that are a little kind of more open. And so just in the same way that rag is very poetic, tal is also very poetic.
Interesting. So can you show me a tal?
Yes, but before that, I just want to show you what makes the tal, the syllables of tabla. If I say na, if I say tun, if I say te te, ke, then both hand dha, dhati dha, dhati dha kena dha, kena dhati dha kena dha, dhati dha kena dha, so it's kind of the way you to talk, you know, you speak with
So
this.
you can express with this language because every tal has a language which fits into the rhythmic cycle, which is 7 beats or 10 beats or 16 beats. For example, this composition. Dole re jo bana mad ma, that's the one. So he can count the one and I can show you how I play the composition and come back to the one, right?
Thirteen, 14, 15, 16, 1.
It's stunning to me how vocal
It
a
is.
percussion instrument can be.
Yes.
Just like you were saying about singing. It's
I would say Indian classical music is totally based on vocal music, whether it be a melodic instrument, whether it be the voice, or whether it be the tabla, a percussion instrument. So,
it's amazing to me how easy it is for you to do that with your left hand
Yes.
that you do with your vocal cords. That's very impressive.
Thank you.
You want to teach me?
Sure.
Maybe easier ones.
Easy ones.
Yeah, easy ones. That's too hard. Next lesson. I got to study.
Yes.
Can we hear a real piece?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Now I get it. Rag is the scale, tal is the rhythm. They're the Indian versions of key and time signature, shaped by Indian vocal music. Rina draws from these to give her music its unique sound.
Welcome to my operating room. This is a chef jacket.
Thank you.
Now I show you a nice pizza. Okay. This is San Marzano. I put just a little Parmesan cheese. Okay. Just mix with the sauce. This is fresh basil from the mountain here, from Vesuvio. This is buffalo. It's very nice. Try. Yeah.
It's really
It's like opera. Yeah.
Oh, it's incredible.
Okay. Oh, very good. Olive oil all the time. This is olive oil of Salerno.
So Gianfranco, when you're making a pizza like this, you have to use really good ingredients to be making a pizza as good as the ones you make, right?
Yes.
The ingredient has to be.
Yeah, the ingredients
Excellent.
is the first things for make a nice pizza. And I started to make pizza when I was 13 years old. And now I'm 44. Yeah, it's a long time. For this job, you need a lot of experience. And now I make some nice pizza for you, and we eat together.
Okay,
What do you
thank
think
you.
about? It's a good idea.
I'll wait for you out there.
Thank you.
Quando viga s'appare una festa, passo rodo varrili a canista, come arriva una giorni straniera che si vede correte, correte. Carolina si scippa con rosa, che le insiste ma che sta gelosa, con un guappo che inganna a due cuore, sti due sole so buone a morire. Oddio, che sta radio Napoli, che sta sono un palcoscenico. Oddio, che gente di Napoli, che sta un palcoscenico. Su scena comica, su scena tragica, mentre si recita, senti cantare Napoli, 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 e mellone di nefu. Signora calata, che rimane un scemo.
Bravo! Oh, thank you.
You're a beautiful singer.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
That really sounds like Japan.
Yes, because the scale, one of the most important players and composers in koto history, Kengyo Yatsuhashi, invented hirajoshi tuning, which is this one.
Hold on, do that a little slower.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is,
Yes, you got it.
and how many strings is this?
This is 13 strings.
13
And
strings.
this is actually 21 string koto.
Wow.
I want to show you some scales on the koto. So this is diatonic scale. And let's see C major. And if I want to change to D major, either I bend strings or move bridges. Same thing.
So you're bending the pitch by pulling the string.
Yeah.
This does not feel like gut. This feels like some kind of a synthetic.
Yeah, this is a nylon string.
They weren't always made out of nylon.
No. Used to be silk, but it's way too delicate, especially for contemporary music.
Speaking of modern, you sent me your piece for violin and koto.
Mm-hmm.
You want to give that a try? I've been practicing
Yeah,
it.
sure.
Yeah?
I'm so honored.
Let's do it.
What are we going to be playing today?
Well, today we're going to play Tierra Querida, a wonderful tango by Julio De Caro. Anyone that loves tango loves this piece. And it's an important piece because Piazzolla recorded it with his first orchestra. It's a piece that you need to know if you want to know tango.
Nice. Well, I don't know tango because even though I can play the violin, I don't know how to do it like he can do it. So he needs to teach me.
Yeah, well, he knows everything, so you can show him your secrets.
Bueno, acá también tenemos los portamentos, ¿sí? Vamos a ver este pasaje, por ejemplo. Eso. Y también tenemos dentro de la parte rítmica, tenemos algunos efectos que hacemos los violinistas. De Caro hacía mucho eso, que uno es el tambor. Que hay que poner la uña, apoyarla en la cuerda sol.
Okay, you're using your nail.
Yeah.
Y después hacer un pizzicato.
Think about it. Tango is danceable music, but without a drum set.
So this is both the melodic instrument and the percussive instrument all in one.
Exactly.
Golpeando la uña. Eso. Perfecto. Sí.
It's hard to do.
Sí. Y también, bueno, se puede hacer como... redoble. Sí, ya.
I can't do that. Forget it.
Y también tenemos la chicharra, que se toca en la cuerda re, en el hilo.
Okay.
Acá atrás del puente.
Huh. Oh.
Eso.
Oh, wow. Where you put the bow. When I've played Piazzolla before, I've always tried to make that noise, but I've done it here, and it always sounded like somebody mopping the floor. I didn't realize it was on the D string, and I didn't realize that it matters where you place your bow. So, can you do yours again? Una vez más, por favor.
Sí.
I see. Okay.
Everything you're discussing, the staccatos, the portamento, you can find all that in Julio De Caro Sextet, but you can find all that in Piazzolla's music as well.
Who developed these extended techniques for the violin? Was it Julio De Caro?
Well,
Who made it?
Part of it is De Caro's, and part of it comes from before.
Because this is really very inventive to use the violin in that way. This is not how you're supposed to use the violin.
No.
But it sounds good.
Yeah. We love to do what's wrong with our instruments, like
great.
Go against the academia sometimes to make it our own. I mean, you have to play well, right? But then we have our tricks.
Have you heard this one before?
Yeah.
This is really one of his most famous things. Actually, Rachmaninoff borrowed, or actually stole, the theme from Paganini. This is a violin piece. It goes like this. This is the theme. And that's where it ends usually, but Rachmaninoff repeats it.
And it's funny, it just sounds like almost he's making fun of the violinist by having these little ornaments. Almost like he's hitting the wrong notes. It's quite...
Probably, even if you're trying not to hit wrong notes, it's probably pretty easy to hit wrong notes in this piece, right? I mean, this is pretty difficult for piano.
We are not supposed to talk about wrong notes. No, but I mean, Rachmaninoff was one of the greatest living pianists. So the first set of, I don't know, 10 variations or so, they are very traditional. I mean, you have one variation after the other. And after that, he kind of takes off because there are so many elements in this piece that he is just so clever how he transforms. It's almost like something is awakening to kind of take it off to the next level. For example, variation 13 is where Rachmaninoff actually changes the theme. In the piano, you can hear the sound of the bells, while in the violin, you hear the main theme.
What about variation 17?
Yeah, it's a very dark variation, but there is a reason why it is dark. I'll play a bit of that. Yeah, and the end of it, it kind of goes on for quite a few pages.
Yeah.
Like a kind of slithering snake. But then an amazing transformation happens at the end of it. It's where the sun comes out.
Juanjo, that the music we just heard, is that like a very traditional Paraguayan tune?
Yes, it's a very traditional tune. The name of this tune is Carreta Huipe. This means under the ox cart. The composer was José de Rosario Diarte, and also he was very contemporary of Barrios.
And I know that Barrios was born very close from here, right? So maybe, do you think he could have played or listened this music during his youth and during his life?
Yes.
Se você jurar que me tem amor, eu posso me regenerar. Mas se é para fingir mulher a orgia, assim não vou deixar. Se você jurar que me tem amor, eu posso me regenerar. Mas se é para fingir mulher a orgia, assim não vou deixar. Muito tenho sofrido por minha lealdade. Agora estou sabido, não vou atrás da amizade. A minha vida é boa, não tenho que pensar. Por uma coisa boa, não vou me regenerar. A mulher é um jogo difícil de acertar. E o homem, como um bobo, não se cansa de jogar. O que eu quero fazer é, se você jurar, me arriscar a perder por dessa vez, então ganhar.
Hey, that was great.
Thank you.
What was that?
This song was called Se Você Jurar, which in English means if you swear to be good to me, and it was a samba.
A samba. So what is a samba?
Samba is just a syncopated rhythm that was brought from Africa to Brazil. And we can give an example. Let's do it. 3, 4.
It's kind of the exact opposite of a march, isn't it? I mean, all of the strong beats are not represented.
Yes, it's true. I think that's what actually is very difficult for foreigners to follow, because they can't feel the downbeats. You know?
Right.
Everything is in the air.
Right, and even the percussion's not really playing the downbeats much, right?
No, it's pretty much on the air. Can you just...
Yeah. He's playing everywhere but the...
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So you have to be a good accountant to play that kind of music. Where did that come from? Where did this samba come from?
It comes from another dance that was called machixe.
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 Sounds Indian.
Yeah, but it's Brazilian.
It's Brazilian,
Yeah.
okay.
So that evolved actually from the cross of batuque, that was a rhythm played by the slaves, and under the influence of European dances. When the court of Portugal moved to Brazil, this merge started to happen. It's through the 19th century.
So machixe is Portugal plus African slaves.
That's right.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I hear that?
Machixe.
¿Por qué Albéniz es importante en España?
Desde todos los tiempos, desde hace más de 100 años que trabajamos Albéniz. Es un clásico, ¿no? Es esa seña de identidad también de nuestro país. de España, de Andalucía y del flamenco, porque para mí Albéniz era un flamenco.
¿Cuál es el proceso después de haber escogido una obra de Albéniz? ¿Cómo presentarla?
Los guitarristas han hecho una adaptación de esa música de Albéniz a la guitarra con las palmas, el cajón, dándole ese aire más flamenco.
¿Y qué vamos a ver ahora?
Ahora vamos a ver una pieza que a mí me encanta de Albéniz, que es el puerto.
Ok.
Venga, vamos, chicos.
So Avi, here's your driftwood.
Yes, this is what we've been looking for.
This one has nails in it.
Yeah, makes it all more interesting, doesn't it? Wood with history.
Where is it from, you think?
Well, typically driftwood comes from Siberia.
Really?
All the way from there, yeah.
So,
but
why were they making the instruments out of driftwood? Why weren't they making them out of just native wood?
Most of settled history, we didn't have any forests. I mean, when the Vikings came, the accounts say that 40% of the country apparently was birch trees, but they soon disappeared. They used it for houses, firewood, etc. So driftwood has been a very important source of material.
Should we bring it up there?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Cool. So this is a Langspieler.
Yes, this is it. Langspiel is the traditional instrument of Iceland.
This is what I like about the Langspieler, because not so much is known about how exactly it looked. So you're quite free to interpret it.
Exactly, it's
creative.
very much in tune with folk traditions. But still, it's a part of a big family of drone zithers. I would say the American equivalent is the dulcimer, Appalachian dulcimer. And therefore, the most famous Langspiel player in the world is Dolly Parton. Yes, she plays the dulcimer very well. Yeah.
So you have the bows out. How do you play one of these?
Yes, in Iceland we played with bow traditionally. So you might just like play the drone strings first, and then you pick up the melody string. Like that. But you can also pluck it, which is quite nice. And also, if you would drone with me,
okay,
you have these. Exactly. Yeah, very nice. And then you can also hammer it like this. But traditionally, they would be used for accompaniment.
Accompaniment of?
Singing.
Nice.
Yeah.
So can you play something on the Langspiel so I can
Of
hear
course.
a piece?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Would you mind playing with me a bit?
Sure, a drone.
Undir bláum sólarsali, sauðlauks upp í lygnum dali. Fólkið hafða hana galík fyrsta skemmdun bænum á. Fagurt galar í fuglinn sá. Og að fleiri fuglar hjali friðum sumarstundi. Listamaðurinn lengi þar við undi. Hunangsblóm úr öllum áttum, hefði sætum lífgamáttum. Svingpípan í grasagáttum, gerði tíð á enda klár. Fagurgalar í fuglinn sá. Skjótt var liðið langt af áttum, lagst var allt í blundi. Listamaðurinn lengi þar við undi.
That is an incredible looking instrument. What is that?
Another incredible one, this kanun.
Kanun?
Kanun, yes, Turkish music instrument.
Okay. And do you change the tuning with those?
Yes, these small levers, these are smaller than quarter tone. And then during playing, we are changing it.
Oh, fantastic. So it's like a harp pedal.
Yeah, but they are quarter tones, you know. This is very smaller.
Very small.
Here it's, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. You don't tune the harp with these pedals. You are using pedal number 4 because you want the quarter tone or you want the 3/8 tone.
Yes, during playing, actually.
During playing?
Yeah, during playing, we are changing it, yeah.
And so you, while you're playing this, you have to memorize, oh, I need this pedal.
Yes.
Or I need this one.
Yes, and you have to know very good Turkish music flavors.
So you are spicing the music with these?
Yes, absolutely.
Can we all play together?
Sure.
Okay, let's try it. This reed flute, the ney, is another interesting Turkish instrument, but we'll come back to that.